definitely not the best weapon. And I'd rather choose that than the blunderbuss, just because the blunderbuss, okay weapon, but I'm not gonna use it. Time for hunting. And that's a person. This is the most threaded cane thing where you're gonna see the transformations. I'm not gonna be using this too much. I mostly wanted it for this, which turns it into a medium weapon. And don't worry about. We'll get another weapon that's basically the same thing as the saw cleaver, which is the saw spear. So this is going to be more of a skill, which is basically Dex from Dark Souls. I like, I don't know. Skill is just one of the main things. Like, Dark Souls 1, skill was pretty much king. You never saw anyone who didn't really have a skill weapon. You saw very little strength. In the first one, you saw it occasionally, but I mostly saw people with katanas because it was a really simple weapon to get. I saw most people with like the Uchi katana. Then you saw some people who were quality. You saw so pretty much the first one was kind of just quality in that. Second one, you saw more variety, but you saw less of the mix where of the quality weapons where it was both. You saw less of that, and you saw more strength and Dex, way more strength in the second one from Dark Souls 2, which was made by another person. Apparently, the other dude didn't head it, which explains why a lot of people didn't like it, why they tried doing a whole bunch of different things. Explains some of it, but you know. And this guy has glowy eyes, meaning that he has my blood echoes, or souls. Doesn't matter which one you want to say. Come on. I won! It was a miserable loss. As you guys can tell, I'm not used to this stupid threaded cane. And I regret my decision immediately. Immediately! Shit like that, but... Oh, there's the cool thing, but... I'm doing this mostly so it's a challenge for me, since I'm not good with threaded cane. Okay, we lost some stuff. He dropped, I believe these. Blood vials, I believe he dropped 4, which is rare for them. I believe most people just drop 2. You know, each their own, really. So we lost some healing items, which, I'm fine with. So we're gonna eventually get a ton more. Just not gonna get 20 as fast. Not the biggest deal. It's so heavy, and I also don't get the controller motions. Like, these, I don't get it. Like, do I have to press a certain button or something? Like, cause I'm doing them. I'm fucking shaking my controller. You guys can hear that. So yeah, I'm shaking the shit out of it, but it's not doing much. So I don't know anything about that. So yeah, we're gonna get into... This is probably better to my playstyle because in this one you gotta be... You don't block, so you gotta be more evasive. And pretty much I build all my characters, in no matter what game, to be survivors. Any kind of weapon. To do anything really, and they just end up having like lots of health, lots of ways to attack. Pretty much OP characters towards the end, because they can pick up anything and use it as a weapon. Where unlike like strength belts, let's hold up. I'm over there. Okay, but strength weapons can only use like, you know, strength weapons, but most of my characters can use strength weapons and like dex weapons like katanas and stuff. But the main thing I want to use in this is I saw it. There's like a bow. I want to use the bow, but I know that's a DLC weapon.
Oh, you must be a hunter.
Oh, yes.
And not one from around here either.
No.
I'm Gilbert, a fellow outsider. You must have had a fine time of it. Yarnum has a special way of treating guests. Well, I don't think I could stand if I wanted to, but I'm willing to help
No.
if there's anything that can be done.
It's fine if I talk through some of these things. Just
This town is cursed.
it's subtitled.
Whatever your reasons might be, you should plan a swift exit. Whatever can be gained from this place, it will do more harm than good. Pale blood, you say? Never heard of it. But if it's blood you're interested in, you should try the Healing Church. The church controls all knowledge on blood ministration and all varieties of blood. Across the valley to the east of Yarnum lies the town of the Healing Church, known as the Cathedral Ward. And deep within Cathedral Ward is the old Grand Cathedral, the birthplace of the Healing Church's special blood. Or so they say. Stop this nonsense. Pale bloody. But if it's the church across and deep the back, Yarnamite, normally they wouldn't let you near the place the hunt is on tonight.
I did not know that was new.
Across the valley to the east of Yarn, deep within, lies the old main cathedral, said to be the... I haven't heard of pale blood, but that's your best bet if it's anything to do with unique types of blood.
I know one of the DLCs, I know like the first one I think is the one I really want to do. And I believe the second one is where you get the Blue Moon Greatsword. Definitely a weapon I'm using, which is one of my favorite weapons in the games. I've only used it, I didn't really use it in the first one. I need to actually do it in the first one because I know it's, I believe, better in the first one. I don't remember. It's the best magic weapon, I know that. Oh, this is gonna be interesting to get used to. Okay, these guys are gonna be even more interesting to get fucking away from each other. I got one, but he attracted them all. Pretty much the basis of this weapon is just to mainly keep them at bay. As you can tell, it's not really the best of weapons, as I've died because of it. The other one, I believe I didn't die until third boss. But you guys can't tell my skill. You gotta risk it. I'm not risking it. Fuck that. One. It glitched. One. That was my bad. There we go, that's what I wanted to do. Oh god. It's gonna be one of those days. Just gonna get his shit on. Cause I don't use this weapon too much. Been using the Thaw Cleaver, so I'm used to its range, and this one is not a terrible weapon. Well, you know, not like top of the shelf weapon. Not top of the notch, you know. not the weapon you kill thousands of people to get to. Ah, I forgot nothing. Also, I don't know what kind of range weapon I'm going to be using, because I do want to use the bow, but as I said, it's probably a DLC weapon. I'm almost 100% sure. So, do I know anything about the bow? No. Just I want to use it. When it's in his chain, I don't think he gets one of those. Nope. So, anything you got a poke him good. I completely forgot about him. We're ambushing these people before they become up. Ahoy! Should I have chose a different... If I knew I was going to use this, I didn't know what I was going to use. I was planning on using the saw cleaver actually. But I always change my mind. We should have used a more skill-based thing, because then we would have been doing more damage than just 78. Which is not the total that I know we're doing. Because it's plus 3, so it's doing 81. So we're nowhere near the damage the cleaver does, just because the cleaver does 90. And the axe does 98, so that one, if you want to do a lot of damage early on, you can use that. And its transform one is, it just turns into a two-handed axe, which is even more deadly. I'm not doing that because I know what they're doing. And they're gonna hurt me. It's not gonna be the good kind of hurt. It'll be the ow 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 hurt. Yeah, ding! Or make bell sound, but I'm gonna start doing it just because it's some in Dark Souls too. There's a certain part where whenever I play with my friends, like these things spawn, sort of zombie-ish. They're hollows. Well, actually, they're probably undead at that point. Not even hollows. But they're supposed to be hollow prisoners. They come out of the ground in certain points. In this thing called the crypt. Yeah, that's not really spoiled. Kind of spoiled, but I don't know. But then there's this one that he like spawns in this sort of backish area, and he just rings his bell. So whenever like me and my friends sing, we were just like, wow, he's so happy, just because he's basically just hitting the bell. He's like, ding, 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 ding. There's people here. Ding, ding, ding. Come help.